Okay, so then what happens? Now, I want to point out too, like now that you have 3 notes of polyphony, you can actually do, musical things like you can, play bass lines while you're actually, triggering notes. So it's more, because you have polyphony, you can play more than just a single line, or you don't have to do what I've been doing is doing 3 note chords over and over again. You can actually start playing bass lines and play, a third above that. So it's certainly more interesting to then, oh wait, we have to try the glide. That's always fun. So the glide works in the polyphonic mode as well. Now we'll move on to P2, where you can play up to 6 notes, and it will be the 6 oscillators. There's only 1 layer of oscillator per note, so you're getting 1 of these oscillators per note. So you can get really interesting combinations, again, because you can change the settings of the waveform and the octave for the notes that are playing. So you'll get more interesting chords than just standard homogenized waveform / octave chords. And of course, if you have them all set to the same waveform and the same octave setting, you'll get a more traditional polyphonic sound. Now, something I need to point out that I'm not sure I've pointed out yet is the fact that once you go into the polyphonic modes, different VCAs kick in. So you're playing through a single filter, which we're not even doing that. I should be doing that so we can hear cool filter sounds, but all of the different notes are put through a single filter with a single envelope. So that's kind of more paraphonic in sound. But then the amp, each of the oscillators has its own VCA. So you get articulated amp functionality and paraphonic filter functionality. So it's a little bit different, but it makes a difference and it sounds great. So So right then I was playing 5 different notes at the same time. I was playing octaves in the bass and a 3-note chord. Above that, I still had another note left over that I could have been playing because we have 6 oscillators. So you have 6-note polyphony, and that's fantastic. And so yeah, you can really, really play this like a polyphonic, like you would expect a polyphonic synth to sound, and it will sound very similar to what you might expect, although you certainly can make it sound way different than what you can do with a typical polysynth, like a Juno or something. So it's really a huge amount of fun. Let's listen to the glide with 6. More of a glide. Let's change the voice priority back to next. So yeah, you can play, you got 6-note polyphony, and that's really fun. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered something I could do here. Okay, you got to forgive me for this. I don't know if this will make it in, but it's so hilarious I have to do it. Oh, that was so bad. Let me try again. Yeah. I just played Jump on the Medusa. So, yeah, take that. That was horrible. I'm sorry. No, but so that's a thing you could do. So, there's so much we haven't covered yet having to do with modulation and the grid. That simple polyphonic functionality really takes on a new life once you get into using modulation to change what the oscillators are doing or what the filter's doing or, what the envelopes are doing, etc. It turns into so much more. So we're just listening to it on a very basic level, but once we get into envelopes and LFOs and various modulation routings and cool things you can do with a grid, you can really hear how this synthesizer can create incredibly complex and fascinating polyphonic sounds. So that is the play mode.